Conor McGregor believes he's in his prime ahead of his return against Max Holloway this weekend. As most of you know, McGregor hasn't fought since breaking his leg against Dustin Poirier back in 2021. Conor has just one win over the past 9 years, a 40-second knockout of Donald Cerrone in 2020. Speaking to the UFC, Conor said, "I feel there's so much left for me to conquer in this game. So much more accolades, more belts, more knockouts, more records, more cash. I am taking everything of what I have built. The fight game in the combat sports world is McGregor's world, and I'm in my prime here now. So it is on me to go and show that, and that's what I will do." Holloway. I faced him before. Took many lessons from that beating I gave him onward in his career, and then went on to do great things. Now, I love it because he's fought so many men and they've fought him a certain way and it's gone a certain way. So now returns McGregor to show once again the level and the difference. That's it. It's a masterpiece on July 11th. A McGregor masterpiece. It looks like Conor McGregor has the choice between two different custom shorts for UFC 329. The money-themed shorts on the left were revealed recently, while the pair on the right was unveiled last night. Which ones do you like better? Let us know in the comments. Also, here's the first look at Bobby Green's custom shorts. King Green versus Terrence McKinney goes down this weekend at UFC 329. It looks like there's some bad blood heading into the matchup. Green says the two were supposed to be friends and that he initially didn't want the fight. "I'm fighting Terrence because Terrence and I are supposed to be friends. I thought you was a friend. I thought you were the homie. So I'm talking so why you want to fight me? Is it that I'm getting that shine and you want to take my shine?" What I want to tell Terrence is this. Whoever loses this fight, they're going to say he was washed. If I beat him, they're going to say, "Oh, you beat a washed guy. He's been beat before, he's been lost." And if he beats me, they're going to say, "Oh, he's old, he's washed." It does nothing for me to take this fight. We're homies, bro. There's so many other people in this tent we can fight. Go build your wave, somebody else, go build your wave, you know? So Jar's "Cool, I get it, bro. I'm not going to fight you." So I'm "Okay, cool, we're not going to fight each other." And a week later, he texted me again. He's "They're offering me the fight." And he's trying to show me his manager and stuff. So I always told him we don't fight the homies. But now I just didn't even answer you no more after that. No more. No, we taking the fight. Let's go fight. We can get it cracking. Terrence McKinney doesn't appear to be bothered. He says he refuses to call him King and will only refer to him as Bobby. Hell no. Bobby boy? Cause he about to get smurred. Paddy Pimblett gives his predictions for UFC 329. What's happening? I'm Paddy, the Paddy Pimblett, and these my UFC 329 predictions. Luke Riley versus Kai Kamaka. Luke Riley, second round knockout. Robert Whittaker versus Nikita Krylov. It's a tough one, but I do think he's better than Krylov, and Whittaker's me, man on Whittaker. Brandon Royval versus Lonnie Kavanagh. Gotta back me, fellow Englishman. Lonnie is a top-notch fighter, so hopefully he gets the win. Corey Sandhagen versus Mario Bautista. I'll go Corey Sandhagen striking clinic. Paddy Pimblett versus Benoit Saint-Denis. I'm obviously going to go for me, aren't I? First or second round finish. Finally, Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway. I'm thinking Conor McGregor knockouts, round 1 or 2. Tom Aspinall picks Conor McGregor to beat Max Holloway. I heard a couple of McGregor interviews. I was very impressed with the way he was talking about and how calm he seemed and how focused he seemed. He's up against an active guy like Max Holloway, but I think the thing is that power doesn't leave. I'm more favoring towards a McGregor win, to be honest. Going to just see Max get his hand raised, maybe get a finish. You can maybe see that as well when people crumble and get really tired. Max Holloway for the win 100%. Maybe submission, TK if he melts in. Islam Makhachev reveals Alexander Volkanovski recently invited him to come to Australia so they could cook something together. Islam says he told Volk that he doesn't like Australia. Dustin Poirier confirms he's still under UFC contract and would return for the right fight. I have no doubt you've had many offers since retiring to come and do other combat sports. I'm still under contract with the UFC, so there's a chance I'll come back. So you're saying there's a chance? No, there's definitely a chance. I'll come back for sure. What would be the right fight for you, do you think? I don't know. When I hear it, I would know. If they ever called me or something ever came about, I would know. But I would probably fight Conor if that came about. Nate Diaz, I want to whip his ass for years and years and years. We never got to fight. I would come back for that. There's a few I would come back for. I mean, me and Gaethje are 1-1. You know, that needs closure too. I always thought that would be your last one. Yeah, but we both know it's going to be a head-on collision. We kind of shook hands and let's not do this to our families again. Years ago, we kind of shook hands at a UFC event. Let's not do this again. So I don't know, not to make a run, but I'd come back for 1 or 2 good fights. A lot of people are concerned about Conor McGregor's return this week. Many fans on social media have pointed out that McGregor has yet to appear in the first 2 episodes of UFC Embedded. His after-party at the Wynn Las Vegas was also cancelled earlier this week, which only added to the speculation. However, McGregor later announced that the after-party had simply been moved to Marquee Las Vegas. First up, the main event. Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway at welterweight. Conor has been firing back at the critics. Holloway claimed Conor never truly beat him, citing Conor's own rule that if you don't finish your opponent, it doesn't count. Conor's response was classic. "I put my big paws in his face. I beat the boy. I faced a devastating ACL and meniscus tear in that fight, but I still won, and I'm going to beat him again on Saturday night for sure." He also clapped back at Justin Gaethje. "Join the queue. Less of the disrespect, you bum." Conor even revealed he's been abstaining from physical intimacy with his wife during camp for extra focus, calling it intense but exciting. His coach John Kavanagh confirmed Conor's dedication. He's literally been sleeping in a storage room at the gym. Conor is 100% healthy heading in, no injuries at all. Don't sleep on Max Holloway. He's moving up to 170 pounds and has bulked up significantly. His dietitian says he's still cutting weight but naturally sits around there now. Sean O'Malley broke it down. Conor's confidence and power could end it early, but Max's chin, forward pressure, and durability might turn it into a Holloway masterpiece if it goes long. Betting odds still favor Holloway, but Conor's return has everyone talking. Max is elite at getting in opponents' heads and pressuring them. If he starts teeing off and Conor tires, it could be a long night. Paddy Pimblett shut down old rumors about McGregor showing up at his house. Also called out Arman Tsarukyan for too much wrestling grappling instead of UFC fights, and labeled Ilia Topuria fake. John Jones DM drama. Alex Pereira's generous birthday gift to his sister. Eric Nixick on his fight with Ali Abdelaziz. Sean Strickland defending Dustin Poirier and blasting Bud Light. Kevin Holland planning to retire around 38 UFC fights. Conor McGregor firing shots at Khabib and John Jones. Benoit Saint-Denis shutting down staph infection rumors, and much more. Let's dive in. Ongoing rumors have been circling about whether BSD has a staph infection and would show up to UFC 329 with health issues. At UFC Media Day, BSD addressed it directly, saying the mark on his foot that everyone was speculating about was simply a scab. "I did have a scab on my foot, sure, but that's all it was. It wasn't a staph infection. No. So, I don't have staph." Things can blow up so fast on social media, it gets a bit ridiculous. But no, these things happen. The camp was managed really well. Fatigue in particular was handled very well. I'm happy. I'm in good shape. The weight loss is going pretty well so far too. Now I just need to clear this first hurdle. He also mentioned he was a little disappointed at first when offered the Paddy Pimblett fight instead of a top 5 opponent, but got fired up shortly after. He's the last title contender, so it's a huge fight. Conor McGregor showed up to Media Day looking in excellent shape. He responded to Max Holloway's comments about dragging him into deep waters and drowning him. Conor said, "I know he's planning on deep waters. It's almost a bit disrespectful. I'm not sure who he thinks he's talking about here. I am the greatest featherweight since Bruce Lee, and on Saturday night, I will show it." Conor also revealed plans to stay very active after UFC 329. He wants to fight as much as the UFC will allow, referencing how he fought 3 times in a year before his leg injury. "I love fight night, fight week. God willing, I'm back here next week and the week after. I could fight every week if it's a go." In a new interview, Max Holloway said he believes Conor is fully healthy heading into the fight, pointing to all the clips where McGregor is using his leg. Max also sent a message to the MMA community. If he beats Conor, he should get the same title shot treatment that people are giving Conor. "All I've been hearing is that if Conor wins, he should get Gaethje or Islam. Takes 2 to tangle. I'm on this other side." In a recent interview, Conor went hard on Khabib, criticizing his legacy and early retirement. He mentioned fighting Khabib while partying on yachts worth $200 million and with a broken toe. Conor also called John Jones soft. John Kavanagh added that Conor is back to his old self. Sean Strickland apologized to Dustin Poirier. Arman Tsarukyan gave away Justin Gaethje's truck. Huge UFC fight announcements. A UFC fighter was forced out with footage plus replacement found. Dricus du Plessis won't let Kamaru Usman get the perfect ending. Kyle Snyder says Khabib, Islam, and Khamzat cannot compete against Olympic wrestlers. Bobby Green revealed the truth about fighting Terrence McKinney and showed off his custom shorts for UFC 329. Paddy Pimblett continues to go off on Ilia Topuria. "I'm back to remind everyone who the hell I am. Max is a great fighter, but in 2013 I was young. Now I'm the notorious at my best. This fight ends in the first or second round. I'm knocking him out. Conor is a legend, but I'm not the same kid he fought back then. I beat legends. I beat champions. On July 11th, I'm going to show why I'm one of the best in the world right now. Get ready, brother. I fought both guys. Max is a machine right now. Conor is always dangerous, but after such a long layoff, I'm very curious to see where Conor is at. I lean toward Holloway, but one left hand from Conor can change everything. Conor is a good fighter, but time moves on. Max is very disciplined with incredible cardio. I think Holloway wins this fight. This is such a fascinating matchup. Prime Conor would be terrifying, but we haven't seen him in years. Max's volume is insane. He throws more strikes than almost anyone in history. If it goes past 2 rounds, I favor Max heavily. Size matters here. If Conor comes in heavy and lands that left hand early, it's over. But if Max weathers the storm, his pace will break Conor late. I've got Holloway winning by decision. People are sleeping on Conor's power. I know what it's like to come back after time off. Max is tough as hell, but never count out McGregor in a big fight. This could be an absolute barn burner. This is one of the biggest fights of the year. When Conor comes back, it's always an event. Max never disappoints. Expect fireworks. What's up, fight fans? We've got an absolute banger coming up. Benoit Saint-Denis versus Paddy Pimblett. The French Terminator against the Liverpool fan favorite. One is a well-rounded killer on a tear. The other is chaos with heart and power. This is a fucking war waiting to happen. Saint-Denis is a killer. He's on a tear, finishing everyone with power and wrestling. But Paddy has that dog in him. When he's in trouble, he finds another gear. This could easily be fight of the night. There's no massive personal beef here, but there is real tension. Paddy wasn't happy that Saint-Denis was ranked above him after beating Dan Hooker. Paddy called for this fight himself. He said,
"I've got cleaner striking, I'm a better grappler, and I've got better cardio. He's not getting past the second round with me."
Benoit Saint-Denis is the real deal. He's technical, strong, and his cardio is elite. Paddy is dangerous on the feet and has charisma, but I think Saint-Denis is levels above him right now. I see Benoit winning by decision or late finish. Benoit Saint-Denis, very strong fighter, good wrestling, good striking. Paddy is tough, but he needs to improve his grappling. I think Saint-Denis wins this fight. Paddy is my guy, but Saint-Denis is a serious problem. The Frenchman hits like a truck. This is a tough one for the Scouser. Let's see if Paddy can pull off another miracle. I trained with both. Saint-Denis is a beast. He's improving every fight. Paddy has heart and power, but Benoit's pressure might be too much. Excited to see this one go down. Benoit Saint-Denis, the god of war from France, former soldier, 17-3 record, on a huge winning streak with multiple finishes. He brings relentless pressure, powerful low kicks, elite grappling, and cardio that doesn't quit. In his last fight, he submitted Mauricio Ruffy in the second round. When BSD smells blood, he doesn't let go. Saint-Denis is like me, very well-rounded and disciplined. I think he controls Paddy on the ground and wins clearly. Paddy is chaotic and fun, but Saint-Denis is too sharp right now. I got Benoit winning comfortably. This is one of the most exciting fights on the card. Paddy brings the fans, Saint-Denis brings the violence. This one is going to deliver.
Water. Earth. Fire. Air. Long ago, the 4 nations lived together in harmony.
Then, everything changed when Fire Nation attacked.
Only the Avatar, master of all 4 elements, could stop them. But when world needed him most,
he appeared and beat all the shit out of the Fire Nation.